Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to safely fell a tree with an axe. This little spruce tree behind me, to be more precise. When you do it with a chainsaw, you try to maintain a nice even hinge wood in the middle of the trunk, guiding the tree when it falls. And there's a trick to do that using an axe as well. Now I'm going to show you what that trick is. The first thing you have to do before starting to fell a tree, pretty obvious to anyone who's been doing a little bit of tree felling, is to clear the area around the tree, so you don't have branches and debris that you can trip and fall on. No matter if you are felling with a chainsaw or with an axe, to clear the area around the tree first. Right, now we can grab our axe. Yeah, I know, it's not really a felling axe, it's actually a boy's axe, but small axe for a small tree, right? This will work. Now that the ground is safe, I can start taking off twigs and limbs on the tree at the lower part, so my axe doesn't accidentally get caught on them, which could lead to dangerous situations, like the axe glancing or bouncing and hitting yourself. I'm happy with that. Now it's time to do the face cut. The tree is standing in a little bit of a slope, leaning in that direction, and there's a lot of open ground here, so that's a good place to fell it to, in between some rather large pine trees that stand here. So I'm gonna place the face cut on the trunk, trying to aim it into that open area. Doing the face cut is the most labor-intensive part of the felling. You usually don't have to work nearly as hard on the felling cut once you've established the face cut, to my experience anyway. And I want to do the face cut holding the axe with my strong hand. And even though I'm right-handed, I've always been more comfortable chopping with the right hand down at the pole and the left hand up closer to the head. So that's what I'm gonna do. Trying to place the face cut fairly low so I don't leave too much of a stump. And you start by cutting about 45 degrees from the top. A couple of times, then coming from the bottom and cut the chips out. Felling in winter requires you to have slightly different edge profile on the axe than you can have during the summer, because the trees are frozen. So this is a little bit more convex than I have on some of my other axes, and I guess the angle is somewhere around 22-23 degrees, and a micro bevel at the end. Otherwise you can damage your edge really easily. And I'm trying to place the face cut so I can aim with the axe to where I want it to go, which is almost straight at the camera, not quite. I won't go there. I'm starting my cut here. Now doing the undercut in summertime, I could go in like in a 90-degree angle to the trunk, but because it's winter and the trees are frozen hard, I'm coming slightly from below and cutting up. That is a bit dangerous, I should say that, because if you glance, the axe can go up and, well, to be quite honest, I've always had a hard time imagining how that would hit me if it glances and goes up. I think it would most likely go over my shoulder if I have no muscular power at all to stop it with. But I know you should be careful cutting from underneath and up. It's more dangerous than cutting down. It's also dangerous cutting down, of course. You have to take precaution, being aware where your feet are, so they're not exactly in the way of how the axe travels if you miss the tree or something. So always safety first, you know. And now when I've done my face cut, you can see that it's slightly tilted because I'm cutting at a lower position than my shoulders really. If I were to fell it up here, I could make a straighter cut. Could do that down here as well if I got down on my knees. A bit trickier. But usually when I fell, and when most people fell, I guess they want to stand up, which is also safer if you need to move. And what that means is, when you proceed to make your back cut, you can't just walk over to the other side of the trunk and starting that holding the axe in the same grip as you did when you made your face cut, because that will mean the two cuts meet in an X, and that won't give you any hinge wood across the trunk. It will give you a little piece in the middle perhaps, but that won't guide the tree safely. So then it can go anywhere really, and that's not very safe, not very controlled. So what you have to do is learn how to chop with your axe, holding it like that as well. So I'm switching, holding it with my left hand at the pole and the right hand up closer to the head, and then I can start the back cut, and then it will line up and I'll get a hinge wood over the whole trunk, and that will allow the tree to fall nice and safe. Before I do the back cut, I mark with the axe from side to side, like half an inch or an inch above the face cut, so I know where to place my cuts. There we go. Of course, because I spoke about clearing the ground from branches and stuff you can fall over, I slipped on this tree root on a neighboring tree. I just moved a little bit more than I needed to get out of the way for the camera. And there you have it. Nice hinge wood from side to side, following the slant or the face cut. I tried to take down trees that are not doing so well, and as you can see here, there's a rot in the heart. We get that a lot on spruce trees around here. If bark beetles doesn't kill them, then a rot gets them instead. So now I can use this trunk for lumber before it gotten any worse. Let's see if I put it where I wanted it then. Did it go between the pines, or did it go into one of the pines? I was right on my mark, actually. One big pine over there. Two other pines on that side. And the tree fell right in the big clearing between them. Not the hardest shot I've done, but I always feel a little bit pleased when I actually lay the tree where I plan to. So I can't ask for anything more here. I'm gonna start limbing and bucking this trunk now. Use it for lumber in my upcoming constructions at my forest camp. If you subscribe and come back, then I'll start building stuff probably in the spring. Now in winter time I try to fell and prepare some materials for it. Hewing lumber and peeling poles. I hope you will hit that subscribe button and join me here for more videos. And I do hope you think you learned something useful watching this. If you go out trying some axe felling yourself, if you're new to it, take care and be safe with your sharp tools alone out in the woods where nobody can hear you scream. Alright, I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.